Hello, world. This is America's Supermom, and this is a special edition that I call the Corona Chronicles. During this time, we are suffering from a pandemic that is affecting everyone across the world. We are joined with the rules and regulations of being shelter in place, which means we are limited with the ability to go about our daily business, confined to our homes based on a coronavirus that has been sweeping the entire world. For some people, the effects could be mild. For others, it can be fatal. So we are coming together as a community, as a family during this time of difficulty to share what it is like in our part of the world, how we are affected, and the things that we have in common, what kind of problems that are taking place in our industries and in our relationships and finances, and coming together so that we can plan for a better tomorrow. As this epidemic or pandemic crosses the world, we are waiting for relief. We're waiting for the virus to die off and for us to go back to some state of normalcy, whatever that may be, after things kind of settle down. So, what is that going to look like once the dust settles? How are things going to be different? So as we go through this process, we're coming together as a world to create ideas, strategies, connect in ways that we have never connected before. So that is the purpose of the special podcast that I call the Corona Chronicles, so that we can get some insight and have empathy and compassion on one another, create new, innovative ideas that can not only improve our life, but our fellow brothers and sisters across the world. Thank you so much for joining us.
I want to thank you guys for tuning in today. I am really excited about my next guest, Jacqueline Way. We actually met last year. She was a guest on a Facebook Live that I did. She was one of my first guests when I was getting out of my comfort zone and doing the Facebook Live and just being in a position of stretching myself. So I really am really excited to have her here today because she is someone that I just really enjoy her energy, her ability to give to others, and just so much wisdom. I tell you, I'm just really excited for today. So at this time, I will turn it over to Jacqueline so she can let us know a little bit about who she is before we dive into our interview.
Beautiful. Thank you. Hello, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so happy to be here with you today. And my name, as you heard, is Jacqueline Way, and I am the founder of a charitable organization called 365 Give. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm also the mother of three. So
Mm-hmm.
we're having a lot of fun right now during COVID. We're trying happiness school at home. Some days it works and some days it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And really, my purpose in life is inspiring and educating the hearts and minds of people to give in small ways every day. And one of the main reasons for this is because what we know is that giving increases your happiness. And so it's really my
Mm-hmm.
mission in life is to help people understand how they can tap into their own personal happiness. We've all heard it. Happiness is an inside job,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not sure that people really are clear on why it's an inside job, not just that it's a
Mm-hmm.
spiritual soul searching thing, but how it actually connects to your brain and your body. And at the same time, talking about tools that we can all have. I like to call it my happiness toolbox. I have a lot of different things I can go and pull from because Happiness is what
Mhm.
researchers call subjective. So it's absolutely different for
Mhm.
every human being on the planet. And what works for one person may not work for another person. And what works one day may not work that day. So that's why I
Mm.
always like to talk about having your own happiness toolbox. That depending on where you're at in your mood, whether it's depression, anxiety, stress, we're all experiencing things right now during COVID. You've got a number of different tools that you have handy, you're familiar with, you've used before, that will help stimulate your daily dose of happiness. And that's how our brains and our bodies work to stimulate the feeling of happiness in our body.
I love that. And so this is such a good segue because many people, like you said, we're going through a lot of changes with this pandemic. And, you said that happiness is subjective. So for people who are just kind of going through this routine, going through the motions, what are some ways that they can kind of check in to even see if they are happy or
Absolutely.
not?
Well, it's
I
a
would say that.
question, and I do
Mhm.
this myself. Literally, check in and go, okay, when was the last moment that I actually felt that just really, whether it was having a really hard belly laugh, a
Mhm.
moment with a person over a Zoom call, over the phone, whether it's on social media, where you're actually smiling, you're having that moment of just joy. How is going to ebb and flow through our days, every day of our life. And right now, even more watching CNN, it's going to ebb down.
Mhm.
Versus if you're watching an inspirational video on everyone around the world who's coming together to help and give, you're going to feel a very different way.
Mhm.
So you really need to do that check in every morning that you wake up. It's kind of like, what am I thinking about right now? And that's always a good check in of what's going through that monkey mind right now. What am I thinking about? What stories am I replaying? Are they stories that make me happy, or are they stories that are not making me so happy? Oh my God, how am I going to get through homeschooling with my kids? Or how am I going to get a new job because I just got laid off? So really need to be aware of the stories and the conversations you're having in your own head. And we all do this, every person on the planet. So if you're sitting there going, oh my God, I'm talking to myself, don't worry, we all do it. So check in
Mm.
first with that story. So as you wake up in the morning, what is the story that's happening in your head? Because it's actually the way you need to start your day every day. So you're starting off in the right foot. And I always say, start your day with gratitude. And it can be as simple as, oh, my bed, it's so comfortable. Oh, my pillow, I love, so grateful for my pillow. As soon as I get out
Mm.
of bed, it's oh my robe. Like it just, I'm so grateful. It keeps me warm, and I've got those big UGG slippers, and it makes my day. And the minute I hit my coffee maker, I just feel so grateful. I have this machine in my house that I just need to hit the button, and it starts making me coffee. And then I move to the
Mhm.
first sip. So, I can work
Mhm.
with gratitude right down to the fresh, clean water that runs out of my tap. So I can have my first glass of water in the day. So I have already got myself on a roll of gratitude for what some people would say are ridiculous
Mhm.
things. But I've stopped the monkey mind and the to do list and the homeschooling and the work and everything else. I've stopped that conversation in my head, and I've just focused on little things that I am grateful for. And I always say, I'm just grateful for another day, because right now we should all be saying that when we wake up in the morning, is having another day. So once you get that
Mhm.
going, then you can start looking at those routines that you start your day with. And there's a number of what I call pillars of happiness, or your tools in your toolbox. Are you starting your day? Meditation comes in lots of different forms. It's finding one that works for you. And I change it up a lot too. So some
Mhm.
days, yes, is it just a quiet breathing meditation? Some days it's the Wim Hof method, where I'm holding my breath for like 3 minutes. So you have to find, or
Mm.
maybe it's a walking meditation, which is just literally getting outside of your house and walking to music that puts you in a really calm place. It's just taking that time to quiet your
Mm.
mind in a focused way, and it takes time and it takes practice. But meditation is definitely a tool I have. Some days it works, and some days it does not. That's clear for me with meditation.
Mm-hmm.
The other one is journaling, which we always know. What are you saying in your journals? What are you writing out? How are you finding the words that are starting your day on the right foot? Do you have a list of positive words that you go to every day? Do you have a list of gratitude that you make every day? Do you have a dream list that's how you start your day? So you're always moving towards your intention, which is moving you towards your dream. All of these are putting your mind into a positive mindset before you've even started your day. And I know everybody's going to love this one, but the good news is more people are doing it now. Exercise. I don't care if you walk, you bike, you roller skate, you
Mm.
run. I know we can't go to the gym. There's no excuse not to exercise anymore because there's so many free people putting out exercise videos for you. You've got
Mm-hmm.
to move your body, because when you move your body, you're getting your whole nervous system going and flowing, which gets your brain flowing, which gets you ready for the day. When you're out doing your exercise, listen to music that elevates you. Again, different for all of us, but music is actually one of the things you can have in your happiness toolbox, because we know whether it's soulful music, it's the music hurts that actually they've now proven that elevate within your body and reduce stress. It can be music that you love to dance to, you groove to,
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is for you. Make sure you've got a couple of different playlists. So depending on your mood, you can go to that playlist. Sometimes I need just really calm music, and sometimes when I'm running, I need music that like I want to dance to. So make sure you've got
Mm.
in your phone already ready to go a number of different playlists that's going to help your mood wherever, whatever position you're in. Um,
That's a
yeah,
yeah,
so I mean, you
that's
can literally
awesome.
name your
Mm-hmm.
playlist, right? And it could be workout playlist, but
Mm-hmm.
it could be, calm. Like you're really stressed. You need some soothing, calm music. Go find those, have them in your playlist
Mm.
ready. And I do this with YouTube as well. Some days I need a real kick in my pants in the morning, and I need those motivational videos, that just like, it's like, get
Mm.
yourself going. So create some playlists for yourselves under your favorites in your YouTube, where you have go-to videos that it's like, yes, this is going to get me going. This is what I need to hear to get me back on track right now. Again, no excuses not for having motivational videos. There's a million of them on YouTube. And as you watch them, your algorithms, and what we know on YouTube especially, is the more you watch of a certain type of video, the more will come for you. So whether it's a TED Talk or
Mm.
it's a inspirational video, or it's, I actually love listening to like The Voice and American Idol ones, because to me their music is like, I'm always inspired by the people that are brave enough to go and do those things, and I will go and watch those. So
Right.
depending on what I need, I have like instant go-to videos that are in my algorithm on YouTube that just come up. No negative news or videos come up in my YouTube because I never ever engage in them. So they never come up in my algorithm. I can just open it up and go, what do I need to hear today? And it always shows up for me. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love
So people
that.
need to understand that
Mm-hmm.
about their YouTube algorithms. Listen, if it's like your kids who watch Roblox and Minecraft and whatever other videos that they watch, that's the only thing that's going to come up every time for them in their YouTube. So get your
Mm.
algorithms going on your YouTube. So anytime you open that, something good and positive is going to come up for you. That's one of my like secrets every morning. First thing I do, I've got my coffee and I go to YouTube, and the first thing that comes up, I watch, and it's always something that's just right.
That's good. I
Yeah.
love
So,
that.
so this is
Mm-hmm.
where we start to build those tools. The other things that we talk about is get out in nature. So if you're like midway through your day, I know my husband's suffering a lot right now. He's working from home. We've set up an office in our bedroom, and he's got to get out for like these midday breaks where he will go out. And when I say get into nature, I'm not saying you have to drive to the top of a mountain, but whether it's just get down to a local park, get yourself in trees. And what people keep forgetting is that trees, they not only take in carbon dioxide, they turn it into oxygen. So when you walk in trees, you
Mm.
actually get more oxygen for your bodies, and that helps to reduce the stress in your bodies. It'll make you feel better, literally. So a really important
Mm.
one is to get down. Also, when we get down to water, they've actually now been able to measure the energy levels in water. So if you can get yourself close to natural running water, whether that's the ocean or a river, you can actually feed off that. I mean, if you can stick your toes in that water, it will literally energize you from that natural running water. It will give you the energy. Each
Mm.
molecule of water has energy hertz in it, and you can actually get that right into your body. I know, the
Wow.
fun. Yeah.
That's
So these
great.
are just some of the
Mhm.
tools that, I recommend to people that are accessible for all of us, even right now during the pandemic and during COVID when we're locked down. These are things that we can do
Mhm.
because I think almost everybody now is allowed to go out, even if it's for that daily walk or exercise, or you're doing exercise at home. It's getting out on your balcony, soaking in that fresh air. We've got to focus on these tools because if not, we're all feeling that little bit. We're a little too close to home right now. We'd all love to be getting out, seeing our friends, but we've just got to do what we can do right now. And if we can do it now,
Mhm.
it's going to be so easy and I'm not going to say when things go back to normal because I don't think they're ever going to be, but this is the gift of time
Mhm.
we've been given right now. We've all been complaining. I don't have
Mhm.
time for this. I never have time to focus on me. I never have time to focus on my happiness. Now we've got the time. If you need to make little cards that sit on your desk with these little tools that you have that at any given time you got to go in and you remind yourself, oh yeah, I can journal right now, I can listen to music right now, I can dance right now, I can exercise right now, I can go for a walk in nature. That you've got those little cards sitting at the side of your desk or on your bulletin board, or you use them for your kids. It's the same thing. It works for everybody, where everybody's got their little cards or toolboxes where it's like, okay, I can pull from this right now, I can do that right now.
I love that. And that is so true about the gift of time, and just I love how you are intentional about this, having a playlist, because a lot of people, when they do feel like, I'm unhappy, or, this just isn't going well for me, they just think that they could just change their
It's not so
mindset and that
easy.
everything is
Oh,
just going to fall in
yeah.
place.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? And you are talking about how we have to actively make those
Hmm.
choices about how we're going to move forward. So I love that, the whole thing about
Yeah, this
planning
is
that. Now,
conscious. I always
so
say
these
that
are,
happiness, you
mhm,
have to put happiness into action almost. So you do it at an unconscious
mhm,
level, which is working with your mind, and that's your mindset. But then you have to do it at the conscious level. And that's actually putting your hands
mhm,
to action and moving your brain and body. And this is where, when I call it a daily dose of happiness, this is the dose factor. And dose for me stands for dopamine,
mhm,
oxytocin, serotonin, and your endorphins. And these are four different hormones
mhm,
and neurotransmitters that are activated in your brain and your body that stimulate the feelings of happiness. People have heard of it, the runner's high, that when people get their endorphins going, you get the runner's high. It's the same thing and we're seeing so much of
mm,
it right now, and this is what we do with 365 Give. When you go out and give, you witness an act of giving, even if
mhm,
it's something small. So I'll give you an example of one of the things we've done at home, because we're staying at home, is me and my kids have
mhm,
painted. We have lots of big rocks in our garden. So we have painted all kinds of
mhm,
rocks with positive messages on them and happy faces. They line the front of our house. So when people walk past our house, they get to see all of our messages. So the
mm,
combination of us
mhm,
making those rocks, which made us really happy to put them out there, but every time we see our neighbors walking by, or they stop when we're in the garden and say, we love these rocks, they're amazing, people take pictures of them,
mhm,
that literally re-stimulates that daily dose of happy.
mm.
Sorry.
No,
Um,
you're good.
it
That's what
is. It
mom
is.
duty's like.
It is. That's, even when you tell them that you're doing a recording, they still like
Hey,
to come and have a chat. So it's all good.
that's okay. I definitely understand. And I'm surprised mine. I have the door closed, but hey,
Oh, it
sometimes
doesn't.
that doesn't matter. They'll
I've
bust right
literally
in.
been doing like live video podcasts, and I've had one of the children dancing in on the bed as I'm trying to have this conversation. I'm like, are you kidding me? Anyways, that's the fun, right? We find the joy in the moments. The good news
Yes.
is this is not a
Mhm.
video podcast, so you couldn't see the big,
Right.
talk to the hand motion I was giving to my
I
son.
know. I know. I know.
Gotta do what we gotta do. Oh, good, oh, good.
Yes.
But sorry, I was just talking about giving. But the beauty is every time somebody walks past our house,
Mhm.
people are taking pictures of these rocks, like everything. It makes us happy again, and it
Yeah.
stimulates that those hormones and the neurotransmitters that come from your heart and your brain, and it creates those feelings of happiness. So that's where all of these activities that I was
Mhm.
talking about, they actually not only help your
Mhm.
mindset, but they actually are stimulated in your brain and in your body by this daily dose factor of
Mm.
happiness that happens. So that's what you really got to keep thinking about is, we're all talking about mindset right now, but you know what? Sometimes that's really hard. So if you can't switch the mindset, go for your daily dose of happy.
Mhm.
Try and do like 2 or 3 or 4 of these activities every day, because it's not like you do it one day and then all of a sudden you're like happy and joyful and running around. This is a daily practice, like
Right.
brushing your teeth. Happiness has to become part of your daily
Mhm.
routine, an intention that you set every day from the moment that you wake up, because you've got to get that going before you even start your day, because if you don't, it's very hard to tap into it by 4 o'clock. So it's like, start with
So
your daily
true.
dose of happiness, same way you brush your teeth, same way you might have your coffee or your green tea, whatever it is for you. Have your 3 ways that you can start igniting your daily dose of happiness every day. It has to be every day, because once you get into a routine of doing it, then it does just become a habit. And for most people, so a habit takes at least, I'm bonking the 21 day, get into a routine. They say, and
Mhm.
research has
Mhm.
proven that on average, for some it's less, for some it's more, but the average is actually 66 days to create a new habit. So for
Yes.
some it may be
Mhm.
54, for some it
Mhm.
may be 72. But you have to, that's how we started
Mhm.
365 Give. I actually did one small act of giving every day for 365 days with my 3-year-old. So giving to me now is an automatic habit. I
Mm.
do it every day in some form or another without even thinking about it. And I'm not saying it's going to take you
Mhm.
365 days to get there, but you got to put it, happiness on the top of your to-do list every day. Before anything else, it has to be your priority, because that's the only way that we're going to take
Mhm.
advantage of this time right now. So it's what I do every morning now, even though my
Mhm.
kids are, when I say a little bit older, my youngest is just 8, but my alarm goes off at 4:15 every morning, so that I know I have a little window of
Mhm.
opportunity in there to set my day before my kids get up. Because I know once the kids get up, my
Mhm.
personal anything is down the drain, as you would know, super mom.
Mhm.
So I make
Mhm.
sure I set
Mhm.
that time aside, and then I do
Absolutely.
it again in the evening. And especially right now, my husband and I take turns going out for just a little walk in the evening on our own, so that we can kind of shake off the day, and we're set again, and we've created some happiness at the end of our day. And that's, yeah. So it's really at the
I
beginning and at
love
the end
that.
of your day, because if you go to bed thinking about all your worries, about your fear, about the anxiety, about what all the things we could be doing right now, if you go to bed like that, you're going to wake up like that. So, and I do this with all my kids. We do our
Yes.
gratitude in the morning, and we do 3 things we're grateful before we go to bed at night. My husband and I have a pact. We do not watch news at the end of the night. We watch something that's, uplifting or silly or fun, whatever it is, so that
Mm.
we're going to bed feeling good. We're not going to bed worrying.
Yes, I love that. And, I love this whole concept about the 365 because this is something that is actionable and something that is easy for
So easy
people to
right now. It's
implement.
like
So,
awesome.
for
So easy.
somebody who is, yes, so for somebody
Oh,
who is not a giver,
you bet.
give them the mindset of something that 1% thing they could do because a
I
lot of
can't
people are
get
like,
it. Yeah,
oh, this
yeah.
isn't impactful. There's no reason for me to give because it's not
Absolutely.
going to
Absolutely.
move the
So,
needle. So,
this is the
yeah,
perfect
talk to
time,
that
and
person. Yeah.
and we say this right now, is we're really trying to move towards, and people are hearing these stories depending on what you watch, but all over the world right now. And it's that concept of social distancing to social good. And we are spending more time on social media, obviously,
Mhm.
more than ever. More people are doing lives more than ever. Like everything that it is. I'm not saying everybody should go out and do
Mhm.
a Facebook Live. I've never even done that yet. So kudos on you, girlfriend. You still just show up and do it all the
Mhm.
time. But what we can do is we can create that positivity and we can put it out there. So, for example, and I've done this with my kids, even during right now, during COVID, our kindness rocks outside of our house. every night at
Mhm.
7 o'clock, we're the ones out there banging our pots, no matter what. So go out there and do that with your kids. People are doing this all over the world. And
Mm.
it's a way of recognizing our healthcare workers. So in our
Mm.
hood, the church bells, we happen to live right across the street from a church. The church bells go at 7. You hear the fire alarm going off or the fire trucks going off a few blocks away. We hear the ambulances. Everybody comes out and they're banging their pots at 7 o'clock. And that started in Europe when they were in their first lockdown. So
Mm.
every day, that's one of our intentional acts of giving as we are out there with our neighbors, recognizing everybody that is doing so much in the world right now. Even if not one healthcare worker hears us banging our
Mhm.
pots, it's okay. We're putting the energy out to the world. We've had this conversation with our kids, and we're making it an intentional way that we can give as a family every single day.
That is so awesome.
So yeah, our kindness rocks are another one. The other thing that I'm doing right now is I am doing one of two things. I'm either sending notes of gratitude via email, text, or whatever platforms that I use. I
Mhm.
DM them as well, or I'm sending notes of gratitude for people for how they have touched me in my life. And I'm also just sending out positive messages. So whether it's a
Mm.
funny GIF, it's one I've created myself. I created a whole series of I use a program called Canva. So I've
Mhm.
created like a free hug that I now send out to my friends on social, and I'll just DM them a free hug
Mm.
or a smile or whatever that is. And so I'll just take that time every day, and I choose 3 people every day because I know we're all busy in different ways. You might be able to do 10 if you're not that busy right now.
Mm.
Where every day I reach out to like 3 people.
Mm.
And then on social media, super simple. If you're not comfortable doing your own videos, we do with my family, we actually do our giving videos, whatever we're doing to give, we will go out and we'll post that to inspire other people.
Mhm.
Just do a positive message. Find any positive message.
Mhm.
There are 700 million positive message tiles that you can download on Google
Mhm.
as images, put them on your social media, okay?
Mhm.
Or make people laugh, whatever it is, but do nothing but positive. Stop
Mhm.
sharing the scary news. Stop
Mhm.
sharing, and when I say fake news, it's just news that we don't know is true or not true.
Right.
Just stop sharing the news right now because we all are tapping into the news. None of us need, you don't need to share because we're all checking.
Mhm.
But instead, share those positive messages. Share that you made masks for
Mhm.
the healthcare workers. Share that you've an idea that you have to engage your children at home with learning right now.
Mhm.
Share your dances and put them on TikTok that you're doing with your family. If you've made a bonfire in your backyard and you're roasting marshmallows with your family, share that. We want to see it. We want to see the good and the positive that's happening in the world in whatever way we can. So that's where we say, let's take social distancing to social good and inspire each other.
So good. I mean, this is just
No excuse.
yeah.
This is where I say there's no excuse not to give. We've got the time.
Yeah.
And we're all on social media sharing something right now. Listen, even if you're liking and commenting, like
Right.
do that. If somebody's posting something positive, get on there and like it and comment on it because that spreads it. That's what changes the algorithms and spreads the messages.
Yeah.
So if you're not even comfortable posting, no problem, but only like and share the good stuff.
Yeah. Love
It's that
that.
simple. That's another way to give. We all are doing anyways. So only share the good stuff.
I love that. I mean, and that is just
Yeah.
very practical. That's something that you can implement right now,
Mm-hmm.
And I love the concept of, like I tell people, it's great to like, but it's even better to share because
Yeah.
you could just say, hey, this spoke to me, or I love
Absolutely.
this, and that
Yeah,
just keeps the momentum. It's just like the butterfly
it
effect.
does.
So I love
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
And you listen, if you're shopping locally right now or you have a business locally, like share that message because local
Mm.
businesses that are open, we have a lot of smaller markets that are open right now.
Mhm.
It's like share the love, especially on Facebook, because that's your
Mhm.
local community, is
Mhm.
go out there and share the love of the businesses that are out there, that are local, that are out there working for us because we all need to. I'm not saying we don't need to support all kinds of people, but the
Right.
Amazons of the world, they're fine.
Right.
The Costco's of the world, they're fine.
Mhm.
So let's start sharing the local small businesses that need us more than ever. Get out there and show. Again, you don't have to be in the photo. You don't have to take a video. Take a picture of a local business and post it.
Yeah.
So that people are reminded that we need to shop locally and support the small people that are trying to stay open.
Love that. Great
Yeah.
points. I mean, you just have really hit a lot of stuff. I mean, I have like 2 pages of notes over here. So this
Awesome.
is good stuff. I mean, hey, you have to write it down. That's great. So, just what is the best way for people to get a hold of you, find out about your 365 Give? What would be the best way?
You know what? It's super easy. 365give.ca. We are Canadian based, so it's .ca.
Mhm.
You can find us on Facebook. You can find
Mhm.
us on Instagram. You can find me personally if you'd like to start a conversation with me personally on LinkedIn. It's
Mhm.
Jacqueline Way. And you can watch our TED Talk. It's how to be happy every day. It will change the world. And we hope
Mhm.
that that will inspire. We've been blessed, that millions have watched it, and we hope that it will continue to inspire and educate the hearts and minds of people to get out there and give right now. Because I always say this: we are in the same boat. This planet is our boat, and we're all sharing this boat. So we got to get on board, and we got to help each other, no matter what your race, your religion, whatever it is.
Mhm.
It makes no difference anymore. So let's just get out there and be good to each other.
Love it. Love it. So this has been a great one. So thanks so
Thank
much,
you, darling.
Jacqueline, for your insight
Oh,
and looking forward to more collaborations. Next time we have to do something with our kids, maybe.
oh, you know what? Wouldn't that be so fun? All of them. I'll only get
Yes.
2 out of 3, but between your kids and my kids, we've got like an entire show.
Yes. We might want to think about that. Something virtual that we
I
could
love
do for
that.
kids. That would be fun.
Absolutely. You know
You
what? It
know?
would be really fun. And maybe it's a couple of activities that they would all like to share that they could
Yeah.
share with other kids. It's
Sounds
like, what are
good.
you doing at home? Like, what are kids doing at home? Let's share some stuff, right?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got a whole new show going on now.
I know that's right. Hey, you got to keep those ideas coming, but that's generated
Absolutely.
when you're around the right people in your tribe, the people that are
Hey,
gonna, keep it moving and keep challenging you to be a better version of yourself. So I love that.
absolutely. I'm with you on that
Mhm.
one. Beautiful.
Awesome. Well,
I
it has
love
been a
having time with you.
pleasure.
Thank you. And thank you for
Thank
giving me
you.
the opportunity to share with everybody.
Awesome. Well, we'll be in
Okay.
touch, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay.
Okay. Talk to you soon,
All right.
darling.
Uh huh.
Bye.
Bye. What a great interview. I just love all the ideas that just were generated when it comes to being intentional about our own happiness. This is such a relevant topic for today in lieu of everything that we're experiencing. I just think it's important to remember that we can choose to be happy regardless of what's going on around us. So I hope you guys were taking notes, lots of ideas, lots of ways that you can get things flowing and moving in a positive direction. If you're interested in being a guest on the podcast, please email me at info@LachelleAtkins.com. You can also reach out to me through Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Pinterest, and my YouTube channel. If something in this message resonated with you, please share it. Share it with other people. It could be a lifeline for them, especially now in lieu of all the negativity that we're hearing in the news and just the gloom and doom. A lot of people have lost family members, and everyone needs hope right now. So if you see this had a spark of hope in it, something positive, please feel free to share it. And I want to thank you all for listening and for all your support. And I look forward to talking to you again soon. Thanks. Bye.